Welcome back to the Heal and Restore podcast. I'm trying to keep the heal, not heal.
Not healing
I'm
and
working
heal.
on it, okay?
Yeah.
Are you happy now?
Yeah,
Did I do good?
you're doing good.
All right,
You're
thank
doing
you.
great.
All right. So, welcome back to the Heal and Restore podcast with your host, me, Randy, and of course, the most beautiful and wonderful and talented Mrs. Cathy Boyd,
Thank you.
our hostess.
Thank
Right?
you.
Our heart is to help individuals and couples grow stronger through healing.
That's right.
Honest conversations and meaningful connection. Each week we talk about real life topics like communication, one of the number one issues in every relationship we work with.
Yep.
Meaningful connection and meaningful connection. Each week we talk about real life topics like communication, forgiveness, intimacy, family, and emotional health. Because healthy relationships begin with
Healed hearts. Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in as we take another step together toward restoring what matters most.
Absolutely. And that's our relationships. And that's
Yes.
all relationships, not just our in-love relationships, but
all
relationships.
And there's so much that's involved in that restoration.
Yeah.
Because we have to restore ourselves first.
Yeah.
Right? And there's ways that we're going to, and it's just not, it's mind, body, and spirit restoration.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So when we think about improving our mental health, we often think about counseling, been there, medication, and or self-care practices. But one of the most effective tools we have is movement.
Yes.
And when we say movement, we're not talking about becoming a marathon runner, because that ain't happening with me, or spending hours in the gym.
Or riding across America on your bike.
Somebody did that. What we're talking about here is about finding ways to move our bodies that support our emotional, mental, and physical well-being.
Yes.
And we know that the body and the mind have to be able to work together.
Yes.
So whether you're struggling with stress, anxiety, maybe it's depression, grief, or just simply that feeling of being overwhelmed, today's conversation is about how movement can become part of your healing journey.
Very, very important part.
Yeah, so we're going to dive into this episode this week, and we're calling this episode Move to Heal, the connection between physical activity and mental health. Because like I said, they go hand in hand, definitely. So we're going to start with why does movement matter?
Good question. Great question. Why does it matter?
Yeah.
All right. Cathy, you know that when people hear that exercise helps mental health, right?
Yeah.
Some probably think, sure, but how?
Yeah.
Good question.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. You know, what's interesting is the science is actually very fascinating. You know, physical activity releases chemicals in our brains called endorphins, which can help improve our mood. It can help reduce pain. But exercise also helps regulate stress hormones like cortisol, and it can give us better sleep, or it'll improve our sleep. It'll improve our concentration and our overall emotional resilience.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's absolutely. And I think many of us have experienced this personally.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a big part of my recovery, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever gone for a walk when you were stressed and noticed you felt better afterward? I know I've seen that in you a lot, even if the situation hadn't changed.
Yeah. The situation might still be there for sure.
It's like you put on a new pair of glasses, so you're seeing things with a new perspective.
Yeah, absolutely, because movement doesn't always change the circumstance around us.
No.
But it often changes our ability to cope with those circumstances.
Right.
So, Rennie, let's dive into this a little bit. Can you share some of the reasons that movement can help our ability to cope with things in our life?
Yeah. So first, exercise does increase your endorphins and serotonin. And I know working, I have my own business, that at the end of the day, probably at least 4 days, sometimes 5 days a week after work, I would head to the gym and take all my
struggles of the day.
My struggles of the day to the gym with me. And by the time I left, I felt great because those endorphins had kicked in.
Yeah.
Right. And this area, all that's it's all physically, it's all been scientifically proven that this is what happens. Right. So And movement does reduce the stress hormones. I mean, all this stuff. You think about it, when we do good stuff for us, when we do stuff that's good for us, I should say, right, and make us feel better, well, of course it's going to reduce the stress in our life, right?
Absolutely.
And it's learning how to adjust that when it comes up. In the middle of the day, if you're in an office or wherever you're at and you've been a really high, intense meeting, you get all done with it, go outside and go for a walk. Let the sun come in on you, right? Yeah. Physical activity improves sleep quality.
I can attest for that.
100%.
I do sleep so much better on the days I've moved.
Absolutely. Right? I mean, your body needs to rest to heal. Yeah. Right? Yeah. And then it can also increase your energy and mental clarity. Exercise does so much for you that a lot of people aren't aware of. Yeah. Right? Yeah, but it's so hard and I get so tired doing it. That's okay. You know, you start easy, right? And regular movement, right, supports long-term brain health. Yeah, that's good. Right? Yeah. I mean, because you keep those endorphins firing up, and you're just going to feel better a lot, right? Yeah,
that's so good.
So, Kathy, let's talk about some of the emotional benefits people may experience.
Yeah, that's good. So, what we have learned, and in our review of things and research, is that research constantly shows that physical activity, it can help reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression.
It can, yes.
And it can also improve mood, build confidence, and help us feel more emotionally balanced.
Well, real quick on that, you see that when I'm not exercising, you see that, what I'm like then, and when I was having my surgeries, you would tell me, go down and have coffee with your cycling group. Just go down and spend some time.
Get outside.
Get outside with them. So that's a big plus right there. So sometimes it's not just about the physical activity itself. It's also about creating structure. This is a huge thing. Accomplishing something and proving to ourselves that we can take one positive step. Yeah. If this is the only thing you can do to feel good about yourself, then do it.
Yeah, exactly. Because when we're struggling emotionally, even small accomplishments matter. Like that you going down and hanging out with your cycling friends. That was a small moment. Right. And that was a small accomplishment.
But it helped me a lot.
Yeah, and even like you've said, taking a 10-minute walk, it can become evident that we're capable of caring for ourselves. Sometimes we get in that space where we don't think we can, but just that 10-minute walk reminds us that we can take care of ourselves.
It reminds me of my mentor's wife when she had one of her mentees that was busy all the time and wanted to take time for herself. And she would say this to her. She says, you mean to tell me that your life is not worth 10 minutes of your time to spend with God and get that sunshine in? Yeah. And it changed that girl's mind really quick.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about what some of these benefits might be. One, it's reduced anxiety symptoms. If you are out moving and being active, even if it's just for 10 minutes, it's going to help reduce those anxiety symptoms. It also helps to reduce the depressive symptoms because sometimes anxiety and depression can go hand in hand.
I want to say something right here. You notice that Kathy's saying reduced anxiety, reduced depressive. It's not going to get rid of it. No. But it's going to help reduce
the levels will go lower.
Calm it down.
Yeah, definitely. I know this next one is improved self-esteem. When I am out moving and doing stuff like I work out one day a week with a friend, I have improved self-esteem. I have better emotional regulation. The things that would fluster me, I'm not going to say I don't get flustered because we're going to get flustered. But I can regulate those emotions a lot better when I'm active. There's also an increased sense of accomplishment. It's that feel-good endorphins kick in, and you're like, "Ooh, that was a good workout. I did pretty darn good," or "Ooh, that was a great walk. I feel good now."
Well, like increased sense of accomplishment. Let's take something simple like how many of you put off like cleaning your room or cleaning your house or not making your bed? It's just something you haven't done, right? And then you finally do it and you walk away, go, oh man, I felt good. I did something good for myself. The house looks clean, my bed's made. I feel good about myself.
That's so
real
true.
Simple and real.
I try sometimes to walk out of our room and not make our bed. And I don't like that feeling, so I do come back and I feel accomplished for sure. The last couple things that I want to talk about that are really good benefits too is it improves concentration and focus, something that we, when you get to a place in time where concentration and focus, there's so many distractions, but exercises kind of fine tunes that for you. And then the other thing that I think is really super important is getting out, moving. You get reduced feelings of isolation when you do it with others. And so sitting alone at home, it's not going to get there. But get out with somebody else, you're going to have that reduced feeling of isolation.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I finally got a cycling partner out here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, so you're not in that isolated mindset. Even though you were riding.
Yeah.
You're not in an isolated mindset.
It's still, I still like to ride by myself once in a while. I think that's just part of the deal. But absolutely.
No, that's good.
Right.
So, we're talking about a lot about exercise because that seems like it's the most obvious way to have physical and mental health come together. But movement, it doesn't always have to be exercise.
No. Yeah. I just mentioned making the bed, cleaning the house.
Yeah.
That's movement.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think one barrier for many people, Kath, is that they hear the word exercise and immediately picture a gym membership they don't have or want.
Exactly, because that was me for a long time.
Yes, exactly.
Physical activity can look very different, and it depends on the person. It really does. Walking, gardening, which I love to do, dancing, I love to do. Now, if exercise was just dancing, I would be there all the time.
Oh yeah, sure.
Stretching, I do enjoy stretching. Swimming, or even just a water class is fun. Hiking, or even playing with your grandchildren, getting out and kicking a ball around with them.
It gets you out of your head.
Yeah.
Right? All this stuff will get you out of the head.
Yeah.
Hiking for me is like, I love being in God's world.
Yeah.
And hiking is just a place of peace and beauty.
Yeah, no, that's so true.
Right. So the question really becomes, what type of movement feels enjoyable and sustainable?
Wow.
For you. Remember, like we always say, it's these changes that we're making have to be consistent over a period of time to help
so that you can sustain it.
Sustain it. You can't do it once or twice and go, I don't feel that good. Keep doing it. It will come. I promise you. But you got to keep doing it.
Right, because if we hate doing it, honestly, we're probably not going to do it for very long.
No.
It's going to stop.
So find something that you enjoy.
Yeah. Right? So I'm going to just list a few movements that I personally enjoy. And walking, although it is now in the hundreds out here, so walking is not my favorite thing to do. But I'll be honest, the winter and fall walking is beautiful out there.
I noticed a guy in the gym yesterday, and I've seen him in there a few times, and he walks with a cane and a limp. And I was watching him. I never seen him really work out, but what he's doing, he's walking the whole gym over. He's walking between all the extra, all the equipment, all the aerobic equipment, walking up there, walking around. He somehow, I think he's working on something, healing something. So he just goes to the gym and just walks.
That's awesome. I love that.
He doesn't use a cane when he walks. He's got it, but he holds it, right? Yeah. It's like, oh, I see what he's doing.
Stability,
he's getting his stability back.
Yeah, that's awesome. Another thing I like to do, it feels really good, is stretching.
Yeah.
We all need to stretch, and that's a movement I don't think we do enough of.
No, not at all.
So it's a movement that I really enjoy.
No, I'm paying for it myself.
Yeah. Gardening, right now it's summertime here in Arizona, and it's very hot, so gardening isn't the best thing to do with this heat. But I do love gardening. I do love getting down on my knees and digging into the soil, and then going out and watering every day. I'm moving my body. Like I said earlier, swimming or taking a water class. That was something I did early on when I first joined the gym, because I thought, I don't want to lift weights. I don't want to do these machines. So I jumped in the pool for the first few months, and I actually enjoyed it. I probably was the youngest one there, but I really enjoyed my water class at the time. And dancing is another thing that I really enjoy doing. I don't get to do much of it. Some people really enjoy yoga or Tai Chi. I did do yoga for a while, and I really loved yoga.
We did hot yoga for quite a while.
Oh,
remember?
Yeah, we did hot yoga for probably about a year.
A year. I did the 30-day challenge, 30 days straight. Yeah.
So yoga is a great movement. Some people don't think that household chores are a great movement. when you put your head down and you get going, household chores is household chores is another great way to move your body.
Or just mopping the floor.
Mopping our floor. We have all flat floors. We don't have but a few rooms with vacuums that we vacuum, but most of it's just mopping, and that's a workout right there. If you have children or grandchildren, like I said, getting out and playing with them, going to the park, maybe going up and down the slide with them, walking upstairs, things like that. And then, of course, the obvious is your strength training, sports, things like that. Those things will always get you moving.
And there's a lot of different sports. It doesn't have to be something that's really intense. There's a lot of different ping pong.
Yeah.
That's going to get your heart going.
Right.
You just swimming is another
another
sport,
one. Yeah.
Right? Ice skating, roller skating. All those things like that.
Anything that's going to get you upright and moving.
And is it always fun? No, but more often than not, it is fun.
When it's all said and done, you realize how good it is.
Right. Like I'm in jiu-jitsu now. I've been in it for a while, and it's like there's days it's like frustrating as all get out, but I would not change it because it's such. I enjoy doing it. It's good for my physical activity, and it's also extremely good for my mind.
Yeah.
So you just got to find what suits you. Right.
I do want to talk about this though, because you said it. It's good for your mind, but sometimes mental health makes movement difficult.
Yes.
So we're going to jump into talking about when mental health makes movement difficult.
Yes, absolutely.
It's not uncommon.
We have to be honest on this, right? Sometimes when you're anxious, depressed, grieving, or exhausted, the last thing you feel like doing is exercising.
I'll talk myself out of it real quick.
Well, and Cathy said one day to me, she goes, "It's just so easy for you, Randy. You just do it." I go, "Cathy, you have no idea how it's not easy for me, how many times I have to really have a serious conversation." It's like this morning, before cycling, the alarm goes off at 4:30. I'm going, "Oh, man, here it goes again." But I get out of bed and I do it and I feel great, right? So it's not always an easy thing to do.
No.
But if you get to know that I'm trying to become a better person, mind, body, and spirit is what I'm healing.
Yeah, that's absolutely true, because we know that depression can drain motivation of everything. And anxiety can make us avoid activities. That's where we can isolate. Trauma is another area. Trauma can disconnect us from our bodies. And then if you have chronic pain or an illness, that can create many more barriers to get movement in.
Absolutely. And all those things you talked about, with the depression, the anxiety, the trauma, right? In fact, my jiu-jitsu teacher's going to a seminar where there's a psychologist that's he's doing jiu-jitsu, and he's doing a seminar. He's bringing jiu-jitsu and body movement into mental health help.
That's good.
And I think it's going to be tremendous.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
So what do we do when we know movement would help, but we simply don't feel capable? Quit comparing yourself.
Exactly. We lower the bar. That's basically it. Lower the bar. You're not going to be like the person on the bicycle next to you, or the weight room, or the person that's running laps around your neighborhood. Maybe you start out just walking to the mailbox.
Yeah.
Maybe you just stretch for 3 minutes. And anytime I hear, putting a timer on something, for me, there's a beginning and an end. And the reason I say that, yesterday, my workout at the end, she had me jump on the trampoline for 5 minutes. And I'm like, oh my God, 5 minutes. But I knew there was an end, because 5 minutes was going to come, But healing rarely happens through perfection. No, it helps through small and consistent steps. And that's what we've got to do, is take those small, consistent steps.
The guy I was riding with today, his legs were burning up pretty bad. And I said, "Hey, look, you're not sitting on the couch." Right? And he went on, he says, second place is better than third place. Third place is better than fourth place. And a DNF, did not finish, is better than sitting on the couch.
Right, exactly.
Right? So don't judge yourself compared to anybody else. Yeah. It's your journey, right? And we have to remember, this is really important, that we practice compassion with ourselves rather than criticism. compassion and grace.
Yeah.
Right? Those first steps might be difficult, but don't let anything discourage you because you're doing it to help yourself.
Yeah. Criticism is kind of a black flag.
Right, exactly.
Don't wave that black flag criticism.
Right.
Yeah.
So here are a few things you can do. Right. Start with 2 to 5 minutes. Set an alarm, and this creates a beginning and an end.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just start slow. Right. Focus. I mentioned this earlier. Focus on consistency, not intensity.
That's good.
That will come later on.
Yeah.
It just naturally happens. But be consistent.
Mm-hmm.
This is really critical. Celebrate the small wins.
Mm-hmm.
Celebrate the fact that, man, I did it this morning. I didn't want to go to the gym. Got up, fought through all the itty bitty committee in my head. I said, no, I'm going to go, and I made it.
Yep.
Right? That's a win. Right? I mean, some of our clients, one of the questions we ask is, what's a win? They don't know.
Sometimes we don't think about wins.
Right, the little tiny things.
But look for the wins and celebrate them.
Absolutely,
yeah,
right?
Definitely.
It doesn't matter how small it is,
Yeah.
right? Remove shame and self-judgment. Please. That shame does not belong to you, and neither does the self-judgment.
Yeah.
And I understand this because it's something I dealt with for many years. Mm-hmm. And in fact, just a month ago, I was dealing with it, and Cathy knew it, in my jiu-jitsu class, And I've done some stuff since then to help myself come out of that.
In a better place.
Fact, I told Cathy yesterday morning, didn't start out so good in jiu-jitsu this morning because I beat myself up. Mm-hmm. But I was able, because of this work I've been doing, I was able to ground myself and say, nope, I'm not going to go here. Yeah. And the rest of the class was wonderful, right? So ask for support or accountability. Ask someone to join you. Mm-hmm. Having an accountability partner, even if it's just they're going to check in and make sure you're doing what you say, is really critical.
Yeah. Yeah. I love being able to, I do enjoy working out with you.
Yeah.
I don't always want to do the same things
you want to do. And that's okay.
But I do enjoy going to the gym with you.
Yeah.
I do enjoy my one day a week with a friend. Mm-hmm. Not that she's doing them with me, but she's there helping me count.
She's not doing them with you?
Well, she's usually done them the day before with her husband. She doesn't do them with me always. Sometimes she does.
I'm going to have to have a talk with this lady.
Hey. No, but just having that support of her standing there and counting for me, I don't have to think about the counts. I don't have to think about it. Right. She can correct my form if there's something I need to do. So having somebody join you is huge.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And remember that some movement is always better than none.
So true. I always feel better. When I don't want to do it and I do it, I do feel better.
Now, when I was in California with the group cycling all the time, then I had hip surgery and I had a knee surgery, all these surgeries. And I couldn't ride for a while. And my good buddy Anthony says, hey, just go out for a short ride. Right? Right? Just go for a short ride. Just get back in the habit of movement.
So what did we do?
What did we do?
Do you remember?
It's hard to say.
I got on my bicycle, and you got on your bicycle.
Yeah, that's right.
And we rode around the block.
We rode around the block to start. But then what I did is I rode a lot of 5 to 10 mile rides. I know for a lot of people that's a lot.
Yeah.
But for me, that's not even a warm up.
No, the first was just to ride around the block.
Right. So it's just doing the little things. Right.
The little things add up to the big
things.
And
then I ended up riding back. I got right back with the group after about a month. We were riding our normal rides, and I rode across America. I rode down the West Coast.
But if you hadn't had that accountability and those friends that you hung out with, it would have made that comeback so much harder. Yeah, so accountability is so important.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
So let's talk about movement and relationships. Okay? One thing couples sometimes overlook is that movement can actually strengthen the relationship.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Like going to the gym, but going for the walks together. Again, summertime I don't walk. I don't walk with you as often as I should, and I think I need to be better at that. We have done hiking on occasion, and that's always
I want
enjoyable.
to do a lot more. Once a month we got to go get on that group.
And then, dancing. Randy's not dancing's not his cup of tea, but he'll get out there and do that. But, it's really about just being active as a family, and it creates that connection while it also supports our emotional health, not just mine, but yours, both of us.
Well, my son and I, he's hunted with me since he was 5 years old, and now he's 41, sorry about that. I'm 69, but we still hunt together. And the last couple of years, we had the pleasure of drawing an elk tag in some very extreme country, and just spending that time with him, right, together, and seeing the beauty of the world from a perspective that a lot of people never get to even see.
And that builds your
forest.
relationship, and
Exactly,
it creates that stronger bond in it.
Is it always easy hiking up them hills? Heck no. It's tough, right?
Yeah.
But, so some of our best conversations don't happen sitting face to face. They happen walking side by side.
And I was going to say, your and Garrett's conversations are very few, but the walking side by side is what you value.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
just being in each other's presence.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like with Cathy and I at evening time. There's not a lot said. We've been married 43 years. There's not a lot said, but we're side by side on the couch.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. We're not moving.
We're not moving.
We're with each other's presence, and that says a lot.
Right.
So. But there is something about movement. It lowers our defenses in a relationship, and it helps us to connect kind of on a different level. And so some of the things that you can do, or that we have also done, that are important to create that movement in relationships, is taking a walk together, doing family activities together.
Gardening together.
Yeah. Or we've worked in the yard together. We've trimmed bushes together, things like that. It reduces the relationship stress. It really does. And it helps to improve our communication, because we're spending time together doing something that's actively getting our endorphins fired up. It helps us to share goals and experiences, and we create healthy family patterns. I feel really good about where I'm at in my life with exercise, and that was never something I ever wanted to do.
The improved communication. One thing I want to say is that over the years, it's like, as men, our wives don't know nothing. We know it all, right? Don't tell me, right?
Okay.
And so what's happening?
You say so.
Exactly, right? So as men, we have to let down our guard, right? And let our wives have their say.
An opinion is really just making a suggestion.
Absolutely. And remember this, when they're asking you questions, they're not doubting you. They're curious. They want to learn. They want to understand. Right. And through our marriage, especially in the last 4 years, since we moved out here and we started doing this podcast together, Cathy has taught me a tremendous amount of stuff. But at first, I had my heels dug. Don't tell me, right? But, all my life I was in construction. Yes, I own my own business, and it's a different field. Cathy was in escrow, very intelligent. I didn't realize how much work she had done. So she's got a different business sense about her that falls into what we're doing.
Yeah.
It's completely, it helps. So husbands, trust your wife sometimes. Remember, they got your best intention in their mind.
Yeah.
Right? So
but definitely movement is going to help that communication. And
absolutely.
I think too, not only that, but when we're out physically doing things together, or even if it's individually, we're more apt to receive that opinion, which leads into stronger communication, because we're feeling physically better about ourselves.
And the other thing, I know this is, it's about communication, is that we work with our clients, and we've worked on, when we're going to ask, or we're going to talk about our opinion, or we're going to ask a question, it's like, I'm just curious, right? Or, this is the way I did it,
Or have you thought about
or have you thought about this, right?
Yeah.
So we're not putting our will onto our partner, husband or wife, right?
Definitely.
It's just a way to open up our minds and learn maybe, I never thought about doing it that way. And that's happened to me a lot, honestly, right? Because I was a big bad construction guy, and I got it all down.
Yep. definitely. But overall, movement helps so many things. So mind, body, and spirit, they all have to connect together. But if you're only taking care of one area, the rest of it doesn't come together.
And recovery includes mind, body, and spirit.
Yes, it does, yeah. So as we close out today's episode, we want to encourage you to think differently about movement. We hope we've opened up your eyes a little bit. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be intense. You don't have to walk away dripping wet or look like somebody else's routine. That's the thing. Create your own routine.
But Cathy's very proud when she's dripping wet.
Yeah, I do. I don't sweat very often, so I get excited. Look at, touch it. It's wet right here.
She does too. It's funny. But remember this also in that last comment. It's progress, not perfection.
Yeah, progress, not perfection.
Okay? Yeah. Don't set goals so high for yourself that you're going to be disappointed.
Yeah.
We also have to remember, healing often begins with one small step.
So good.
And it doesn't matter if it's mind, body, or spirit. It's that first step that's very small that you need to take. Scary one. Yeah. Right? It's a risk, but that's where it starts. Sometimes, literally, one step, like me rolling out of my bed this morning.
Right.
To get
that was
ready
your first
to go.
step.
That was my first step, right? So the goal isn't to transform your body overnight. It can't happen. It's not going to happen. You got to understand that you might have been a sedentary life for many years. Or when we work with our clients, we're helping to re-record the neural pathways because they've had these behaviors and actions for so many years. It's ingrained in them. It's not going to happen.
It's the same thing with movement.
Absolutely. Be patient and have grace with yourself, right? The goal isn't, it's not to transform your body overnight or your mind overnight, right? It's going to take time, right? And the goal is to care for your mind, your emotions, and your overall well-being. I'll say it again. Have grace and compassion for yourself.
So good. Yeah.
Okay? Just don't beat yourself up. Okay? It's okay.
Yeah.
All right?
So I have one question for you this week. What's one small way that you can move your body that supports your mental health?
Good question. You asking me or you asking me?
You move your body every day, but I'm asking our listeners, what's one small way that you can move your body that supports your mental health?
So we want to thank you for joining us on the Heal and Restore podcast. If this episode was helpful, please share it with someone who might need the encouragement, right? Yeah. And we at Heal and Restore Counseling, that's what we're here for.
Yeah, absolutely.
So one thing, we are very encouraging with all of our clients. We don't beat people up.
No.
That's not our.
We're there walking with you.
Yeah, we're there walking. We're going to be your biggest encouragers, right? No matter what you're going through, right? So.
Yeah, and if you find yourself struggling in your relationships, whether it's the workplace, maybe it's friendships, or even just your own personal life, we are inviting you, and we say this week after week, we invite you to reach out to us at Heal and Restore Counseling. We do offer a 1-hour discovery session. It's no cost to you, and this session gives you a safe and supportive space to share what's happening in your life. Maybe identify the areas where you're feeling stuck, and then talk through those struggles that you might be facing in your relationships or your own personal healing journey. At Heal and Restore Counseling, I just want to finish this up here. At Heal and Restore Counseling, this is really important. We understand how difficult it can be to open up. And this is why our discovery session is so valuable. It's designed to be a safe place where you can be heard, you can be supported, and you can be encouraged by someone who understands what it means to walk through pain and healing, because we have done it. So if you're interested in scheduling that no-cost discovery session, please visit our website at www.healandrestorecounseling.com and sign up today. If you're not local to us here in Arizona, that's not a problem. We're happy to meet with you through Zoom. We have clients from the East Coast to the Midwest to the South. We've got them all over the country, and so it's not just local people to us. We will meet you and greet you wherever you are.
Right. Yeah. And that's how we do our coaching. We meet you where you're at in life. And the other good reason for that 1-hour discovery session is if you choose to walk with us, you're going to be walking with us for a while. So we need to make sure that we're the right fit for you, and you're the right fit for us.
So true.
Because we don't want to. And it's proven to be like 100% successful. Because we want you to know that we are going to be your safe place.
The process works.
We want you to understand that, because entering into the world of recovery is not an easy world.
Right.
It's not an easy thing.
And I just want to say, we talk about the word recovery often. We're not just talking drugs and alcohol.
No.
When we talk about recovery, we're talking about recovering and becoming who God had intended us to be. Life takes us in all different directions. We learn bad habits. We have learned behaviors from childhood growing up that affect our relationships. We want to take back and recover and become all that God's created you to be through this process.
Gabor Mate put it like this: what is the definition of recovery? Gaining something we've lost. So then in recovery, what are we gaining? The person that God created us to be.
We're gaining it back.
We're gaining it back.
I love that.
We're literally being not born again.
Transformed.
Being transformed and reborn.
Yeah, I love that. That's so good.
So hopefully this has helped somebody.
Yeah, it made me feel good about the work I'm doing right now.
Yeah, absolutely, right?
Yeah.
So remember this, everybody. If nobody tells you they love you, Randy does.
Cathy does.
And more importantly, God does. Bless everybody. Have a fabulous week.
Have a great week.